Do you know that marijuana is the most used drug in the country, especially among young people? According to the 2012 National Survey on Drug Use and Health, of the 7.3 million persons aged 12 or older that are classified with illicit drugs, depends in 2012, 4.3 million have marijuana dependence or abuse. We have to keep in mind that the use of marijuana keeps increasing because people have low perception of harm. In a few years, if marijuana is legalized in all states, even the children will start to use it. After researching and seeing a lot of statistics, I have concluded that marijuana should not be legalized because it will keep increasing and growing, and eventually it will create social issues. So I think the United Nations should pass stricter laws across the world about marijuana and don't let it get illegalized. If it gets in the hands of the UN, everyone will fear because it will be an issue and the whole world will be involved in. During this speech, I will talking and show you how the use of marijuana keeps increasing, proof on the side effects in people, and the two important reasons as to why the marijuana should not be legal. So let's start with an important main point. Like I said earlier, the use of marijuana or weed keeps increasing because people have low perception of harm. A study published in the journal Hippocampus analyzed 97 participants, some who have a history of smoking marijuana as teenagers and another who didn't. And I found that 2 years after abstaining, those who abused the substance score worse on the test that assesses their long-term memory. So marijuana has been proved that it affects memory if people use it for a long time. Yet people still think that because it is medicine that it will cause no harm at all. Also, it is impossible to grow up in any country and not be exposed to drugs. Peer pressure to drugs is high, and the honest information about the dangers of it of drugs is not always available. So people do know that marijuana is bad, but because they want you to buy and be in their group, they only tell you the good things about it. So from there, they are causing you harm, and you are being pure, pure pressure into something that you never agreed with. The second point is the marijuana is extremely addictive for people. The overdose of weed can cause change in the brain that lead to addiction, a condition in which a person cannot stop using a drug, even though it interferes with many aspects of his life or her life. It is estimated that 9% of people who use marijuana will become dependent on it. The numbers goes up to about 17% in those who start using it in their teenage years, and to 25% to 55% among daily users. I found out that marijuana addiction is linked to withdrawal syndrome. The third main point is that the drugs devastate many of people's lives. It prevents people from releasing their full potential. Nowadays, lots of people are going to jail for medical marijuana infractions, and it ruins their entire life just because they were in jail. According to the Rolling Stone magazine, about the 40,000 inmates of state and federal prison have a current conviction involving marijuana, and about half of them are for marijuana offense alone. Now, what we need to do is teach and focus strictly in the middle school because that is where everything starts. I think so. Kids at this age know what is right and what is wrong, and that is when they become more independent. Also, we need to have lesson plans for inmates about marijuana so they can know the cause and consequences of it. Everything starts with education, and it is the most effective way to combat the use of marijuana. In the other hand, we need to implement stricter laws. We need to leave marijuana to be used only for medicinal purpose, only for those who sell it. They should be have a high level consequence. In the future, all children will grow up in a healthy environment. If you don't illegalize marijuana, drug use will increase more and more, and the government will not have control over it. In conclusion, we must realize that marijuana is a problem that will affect every single one of us, even our kids. The UN should pass stricter laws to make the world know that marijuana is bad. So, as future health freaks, I am requesting to sign a petition to say to the UN. I hope that with this speech, I am able, I am able to leave you with a concrete and knowledgeable message to change your mind and let everyone know that marijuana is bad for us and for society. Thank you.